more complex drafts of the series we've had here in summer, where we're seeing teams actually use the last seconds of the clock to buy time to think about what they want to do next, because you have to think about all the possibilities. If you don't take the Ezreal here, then you give it over to KT, but at the same time, Leo is so anti-Ezreal that, you know, even when he and Prince were sharing time on Sandbox, like, Prince would be subbed in on Ezreal days where they wanted to play the Ezreal instead of him, so they'll take the Varus instead, and that's not a shocker. In fact, Leo's only played the Ezreal once so far this season. He's played almost only Varus.
I think you mentioned this in game number 1 of our first series. If you take the Varus without the Kench, then you can respond on blue 2 and 3 with Senna Kench. You deny the Kench, you get a really strong
Ezreal who can really easily collapse in Arcane Shift forward and hit those Qs and hit those auto attacks and explode after a Moonfall. It's a little bit slower paced. You also don't have any burst with the Lee Sin. I mean, his E is going to give you a little bit of extra damage in that moment, but not as big of a fan. The Udyr pick here, I think, is just to make sure that Afrika don't get zoned out of the jungle in the second ban phase. Now this...
Just have him farm down there. The Braum isn't the best farmer, but, you know. Thinking about a Galio.
The Galio here is pretty interesting. I mean,
okay.
Okay, so who's support?
Is it Nocturne?
I don't think so. I think it might be Lee Sin. I mean, this is actually kind of crazy. We're breaking the rules. This is not allowed.
Yeah, I saw Harp's face, and there was obviously a lot of thought going into it. It was the last-second swap to Nocturne.
I mean, the fear can work in the lane.
Okay, priority on the bottom side goes to Afrika. The exhaust onto Noah immediately denies the Lee Sin. We're having a 2v2 in the river as Blank is getting incredibly low. No smite, as he was about 2 seconds away from that smite. Dread is going to go down as the Lee Sin actually is getting a lot of value here early on in the game. Able to take him out, but immediately pulled in by Fly. It's just going to shut down any idea of the Lee Sin being good here, as the double kill will go the way of Leo. Leo's going to go back and get a massive Dirk.
Leo gets he's going to get the Dirk because he gets 2 kills here and an assist. Gets the tier first, actually. I think he's waiting for the Dirk right now on the edge of the fountain, you could see. But he has so much extra gold that this is not something they've really put a lot of thought into.
Yeah, it's just like the idea, hypothetically, as he's going for the kill here. That's actually the Q landing. Can he get the solo? Yes, he can. Noah, he heard us talking. He's like, yeah, we'll shut you guys up. As here comes the rotation, though, as we're going to have the TP actually coming in here. Noah will get the shield, but that's a lot of damage coming in. Dove trying to jump onto Fly here. Doran extremely low on the back side of this. As Dove trying to go 1v3, there is some follow-up, but not quite enough from the side of KT, so Afrika will be able to take one guy down.
And it's another moment where KT jumped the gun a little bit. Sure, you get the pick. It was a beautiful mechanical play. The Q connects. He's able to jump in there, secure the kill. He went Ignite, you know, so that's the kind of moment you're looking for in lane, right? However, I'm going to watch this one more time. So this was actually pretty sick. He comes in, hits Leo there, and then is able to connect the Q after the kick, which is how you do the full combo. So he knows how to play good Lee Sin. Like, that was proven in this moment. Has the Ignite.
This is what I wanted to see, how Doran gets so low. He's just teleporting, assuming that the paranoia is going to cover him, but he doesn't. So he gets into the fight nearly dead. And it's like, oh, well, 0 follow-up for the Nocturne then.
Yeah.
It's with the fasting Senna is just a tank as he's going in. There's the kick, but again, it's just Devour as the follow-up will be there. The kick will finally come out and deny some further damage from the side of Leo in the hands.
Gwen's here.
Paranoia, there's a fight actually in the middle as Keen is going for a walk. Actually goes the wrong way, takes forever to get to the fight, but still will be able to take down Dove eventually and trade that one back.
Now this time it's, you know, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, I suppose you could say, but Afrika still have a massive advantage. This teleport isn't just for this exchange. I mean, he's getting more value out of it because he's got a wave here to push in mid. This is your last window into this game. If you can win this fight, somehow miraculously, if you have a great Moonfall, maybe, just maybe.
Oh, man. The set is right in your back line, and there's so much follow-up. The Gnar into the wall is pretty good. Can Doran get any follow-up from his team is the question, but the damage out of Keen is way too much. Fly will survive as well. And now the rest of KT is just on the run. Keen is assassinating. He's hunting people down. And the rest of Afrika can easily just back off, take the Cloud Soul at 21.5 minutes into this game, incredibly fast, with all the priority they've had on the bottom side of the map.
Yep, that's the Soul. And, I mean, if you look at the map itself, if you zoom out, all the mini-map, you know, for KT...
There's the Chains of Corruption. The damage is insane. But again, Stopwatch is absorbing a lot of this damage, but is there enough follow-up? They're trying to get on top of Leo. They do take the Varus away. Noah is still alive, but here comes Keen, and he is really the final boss of this Afrika lineup. He's going to assassinate that Senna, as Doran is getting some work in. Noah looking for the assassination on the Lehens.
Keen is like, just let me get on top of him.
Oh, Lehens. That was flashy. You die for it, but that's okay. Here comes Dove, trying to get on top of level 15 Gwen with a lot of items at this point in time. I think he immediately realized, okay, I can't quite do that. They're looking to poke him out and slow them down. Doran is being run down here. He gets hopped upon, and now it might be Dove who bites the bullet for him. As in goes Keen, there's the damage. Looking for it, but he's not going to dive the turret. And that's just going to be the end of that.
Keen, you know, further ahead than you are, but you're not.
Yeah, it was a great bait. And this time around, Doran's going to be the one baited into thinking he could survive. By the way, got the confirmation that it was in fact Doran who did the reverse boomerang speed.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So, makes sense. You know, he's trying to recreate.
I write the scripts. I am the writer.
What is going on here? It was Wolf all along. Harp's like, yeah, just take me. I've had enough. And unfortunately, it looks like KT will just have enough. They will not get any more of this game. Afrika will shut them down easily. Harp going for a little walk through the jungle. And with the TP coming into the mid lane, that's going to be Afrika ending this one. They're looking for the kill on the Dove. And with that exhaust, that should be his death sentence. As nice paranoia, but that's not going to save you. The clean ace will come in here, and the shortest game of the three will be game number 3, as Afrika will shut down KT in a huge victory tonight in this best of 3.
And this will put KT on a 1-3 scoreline. And as much as we could talk about potential for this roster, how much they've improved, how great their bottom side of the map is, this is a loss that will taint them going into this first round robin. Their easiest opponent, arguably of the 4 they've had so far, they stumble, and it's because they've refused to adapt in draft. Games 1 and 2, they play almost nearly the identical composition. The adaptation for Afrika was better with the set pick in Game 2, and in Game 3, when the draft starts to fall apart and goes off the rails, they take a massive risk, and they are unsuccessful. They're unable to find this Lee Sin success, and the whole game ended really in the first 10 minutes when that lane fell apart.
I only believe in Keen, and that belief has paid off here in summer for Afrika fans. Again, it was the fluke against Damwon. Damwon is, you know, world champions. They're kind of on a different level. They're kind of playing with their food right now in the LCK.
Afrika played a fantastic adaptation series as we'll watch these final moments.
Yeah. This was Harp wandering in. And
that's when they followed my script.
yeah.
When I said like, oh, well, you're gonna die to Keen. He'll delete you, and then he died. And,
yeah. It's kind of like Leo talks a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool to see. As a guy who's, you know, the most new to the team.
Tossing all over. There you go. That's the end of the story here for this series. Like you said, the fastest game of the 3. 28 minutes to close it out. Leo has been really phenomenal.